Pittsburgh, Cleveland yesterday. What a dramatic game this was. How about Myles Garrett? Not the Grim Reaper, and he's got all the quarterbacks' names on there.
That's messed up.
Everybody that he has sacked. And there's his guy.
You ever saw him with his shirt off, Dan?
Let's talk about this fake here, and let's talk about what happens.
Throw the ball, Chris Boswell. Throw it. Boom. You know what?
I get the knowing what it's like to play.
Hey, when you're getting to your fourth read at practice against the practice squad, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I get it, Chris. I've done great things at practice as well.
That's a concussion, and he would miss the rest of the day, and it would be a huge factor in the game. Now, third quarter, D'Ernest Johnson.
Yeah, it's a nice job by the Browns of really going horizontal on that handoff, and then Johnson making the vertical cut.
Steelers would answer right back. You know what the Steelers have found? A running game.
Yeah, specifically the interior of their offensive line played bully ball against the Browns defense. Beautiful job by the push from the Steelers O-line.
But they don't have a kicker, Rex, so they're going to go for the two.
Just kick it to the flat.
And that's on the two-point conversion after a penalty, so it's from all the way back there. So it's 10-9. Fourth quarter, Steelers on a crucial fourth down. They're not going to try and kick the field goal. They're going to throw it in the end zone. How about Pat Freiermuth? Baby wrong.
This is a great catch by Freiermuth. This is really supposed to go to the back pylon. It's an adjustment by him and Big Ben. Look at the hand-eye.
When I was playing in Pittsburgh, you know what they be saying right now, Dan?
Heath Miller, no doubt. No doubt.
It's a great catch. Now, Baker Mayfield trying to answer back. Look at the spirit along the sideline after he gets hit.
Greeny, this is why I love Baker. First of all, should have been a flag. Second of all, I love his emotion.
Look at him.
You know, playing one arm. This is why he's beloved by so many in that city.
But let's go
later in the day. Okay, all right, Jarvis Landry, RC, going to take care of business. Oh, no.
I thought he was going to take care of business. I don't really like how you threw that to me like that, Greeny. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody who went to LSU.
I understand. Exactly. Well, you're going to have to win this game. How about this one? Here's his chance to make up for it, Dan.
We can't say anything bad, or we can keep it real that this is another drop by Jarvis Landry.
Fourth down. Rex, here it comes again. Avert your eyes.
Look at the fourth down one. Don't. Oh, God.
You can't throw it better,
He's
right?
the most reliable player on their team.
So are we going to say
15-10 is your final.
Was in his eyes, Dan?
Steelers get the win. Baker Mayfield.
But there's the glare.
It's on all of us. Everybody's going to point fingers at a few plays, but the fact is we just didn't get into a rhythm today. And Jarvis is a veteran guy. He's one of our best leaders. We all have to take ownership. This doesn't just fall on him at all by any means. You know, there was a lot of throws I could have made today. There were plays we should have had. Plain and simple.
I really just go back to, 2 or 3 plays in this game where myself have an opportunity to make plays and just didn't.
That's a brutal loss. I mean, that is a brutal loss.
If it went to UConn, he definitely would have accepted that like that.
That's a brutal loss.
Don't say that.
Here's the reality of it. I mean, everything with the Browns is about Baker Mayfield, right? All the time. How much of this game yesterday is about Baker Mayfield, Rex?
Well, I get it. He plays tough, Dan. I know you're shaking your head. They scored 10 points, but I will say this. Here's the thing. Jarvis Landry is one of the finest players in the league and one of the toughest, guttiest guys I've ever gone against.
Absolutely.
All right? But he came up empty here. Was he hurt? Whatever. I don't know. 2 huge drops and the big fumble. But here's one thing let's not run away from. This team is minus 23 in fourth quarter points to their opposition. Last year they were minus 25. This isn't just a one-game thing. And until Baker Mayfield and company wins games like that, they'll always be questioned.
How much of it was Baker yesterday?
Very little. Everybody around Baker let him down yesterday.
Myles Garrett.
I get you with the fourth and the run game. In the run game, I get you with the fourth quarter stuff. But this is a football team that let Baker Mayfield down. Jarvis Landry took ownership after the game.
Of course.
There's 3 drops by Jarvis. There's a drop by Austin Hooper. There's a drop by Higgins. There's a potential big-time catch by Odell. So we can sit here and say that Baker didn't get it done. I sat here a couple weeks ago and said the conversation about Baker Mayfield this year is going to be, when it comes to fourth quarter time, will you make that jump to make those plays? He made 2 big-time throws there at the end of the football game, and he was let down by his football team.
You know, I hate agreeing with Dan on this quarterback stuff, but he's absolutely right. Going into the fourth quarter, I say this is Baker's time. Even when he got the ball late in the game, this is Baker's time. Baker did everything he was supposed to do. The people around him didn't come up with big plays. And sometimes that happens. But you have to be able to recognize that Baker Mayfield did what a quarterback in his position, a franchise guy, has to do. He put the football in the hands of his playmakers, and his playmakers didn't show up for him. Right now, that's part of being a great team, right? Part of being a great team is everyone coming together and making the plays in situational football moments. The Cleveland Browns didn't do that.
No, but I'm going to say this. The Cleveland Browns, did they let Baker Mayfield down by protecting the quarterback in those situations? They did. The protection was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Any NFL quarterback's going to make those throws. So let's not get it twisted on. I'm just telling you, an NFL quarterback makes those throws. And until Baker Mayfield can win those games, I don't care.
No, absolutely. No.
I don't care.
Right. You ain't wrong.
He was right. He completed those balls. He should have, absolutely. But the perception is always going to be, do we have that guy?
But the reality is that yesterday, going into that drive, I said, all right, Six, this is the most important drive in your career.
Yeah.
And he gets a fumble by his most trusted receiver, gets the ball back and throws 3 passes absolutely on the money to his most trusted guy, and he drops them. We cannot.
Dan, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But we all understand what perception is, right? We all understand what it looks like from the outside looking in. And from the outside looking in, the Cleveland Browns have had 3 opportunities as an offense to win games late, and they've lost all of those games. I'm with you. I already said it. This is not on Baker.
Right.
But we all know when it comes to paying that dough, it's going to look like I can't get this
Hold
guy
this thought.
money.
We're coming back. Okay. Much more on this game. We got to talk about what maybe huge move that team might also consider making. But we got to get to this. Tampa Tom throws 4 touchdowns, but it turns out to be a rough day. Why this?